Nat, thank you
Okay.
for spending some time with me. I'm excited for this. I
Okay.
hope you are too.
Oh man, thank you, man. Thank you
This
for
goes back generations, right? And I have everybody but you until now.
Oh
I
wow.
I have, I had your father and your uncle. I've been playing them for years. I've been playing your daughter
Oh,
for years. Now,
okay.
today I just listened to Natural Essence for the first time. You were a teenager then, weren't you?
That's right. I
Yeah.
have it up. I pulled it out, man. That's the last time I ever released anything
Yes.
of me. Yes. So I
Yeah.
pulled it out and it's sitting right over there. I can't
Very cool.
go
I
out
had
there.
some Natural Essence. I've known Akina for years, and I've known you through the Luther
My-
albums. We all do. And in
Okay.
matter of fact, when I announced that I was doing this with you, everybody was like, "Wow,"
Oh,
because it's almost like, "Where are you? Where have you been
oh,
all these years?" So we're all really
thank you.
excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means the world, man. I mean, I love that. That's better than the record companies seem to have said. They were more like, who are you?
Oh my.
You wrote a song in what year? How many years ago? I mean, it feels more like that. So this is I've been trying to explain. I think I still have some folks out there that might be interested in what I'm doing. I really do.
I guarantee
So
that.
so thank you for that.
Yeah. So tell me why, tell us why it's happening now. Because we've been waiting.
Uh, wow, wow. Well, I guess okay, I like this. Well, I guess what happened is once Luther passed,
Yes.
uh I oh, I don't know. Well, first of all, it was my wife was getting very successful. She had just crossed that line. She was getting very successful in the McDonald's business.
Yes.
So it was no rush for me
Sure.
to get back to work. I was fully satisfied supporting her because she's been doing great. She's
Yes.
so successful at it.
Yeah.
Um, I got a call, but I started gigging around town, doing little things. I was still getting little calls, I guess. What clearly happened is that I got a call from Mary J. Blige. I didn't want to. I really hadn't found anybody I really wanted to work with
Mm-hmm.
after Luther. I got a couple of calls. I don't even remember, but
Mm-hmm.
everything was like, I'm not doing that.
I understand.
I'm not leaving the Luther Vandross situation to do this or that. But when Mary J. Blige's management called, I said, "Oh, okay."
Yes.
And I went through her catalog. I already loved her.
Mm-hmm.
I did already love her. But when I got the call to be her MD, I wonder if anybody knows this. I still have never talked to her about this, but I got the call, so I went back and listened to everything from the beginning of her career, and I had already loved her, but I fell so in love with her when I really went from the beginning. Right at that time, she had a single out about the daddy, daddy's figure, something about
Mm-hmm.
some father figure, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And another single out. I wish I could remember. But
Mm.
anyway, I loved the two records that were out, and I loved her so much. I listened to everything, and I realized that this is the top, Mary J. This is the top of the world right now. This is the top of the R&B world right now. I love her. I don't want to do it. I mean, it was very youthful. I loved the music,
Mm-hmm.
but it was, there was some hip hop involved, some
Yeah.
scratching involved, stuff like that. And I just figured out that I love it to death and I cannot see myself. I think I'll be miserable actually, as much as I love the music.
Yes,
I
I
think I'll be
understand.
miserable on stage actually doing it around the country. And she was on the road too. She was gigging. It wasn't like with Luther, we go out for the weekend and come home, and, and we're like, she was out, and so that's what happened. So I figured out, well, if I don't want to work for Mary J. Blige, then I don't think I really want to do R&B
Mm-hmm.
kind of anymore. So I guess I'm gonna start playing jazz now.
Yes.
And I put in my mind that, but I'll get good real fast at jazz because I can't play jazz. I know it's counterintuitive, but I don't play jazz really. I used to, I guess, and
Mm-hmm.
it's incorporated into my style anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I've got jazz stuff on Luther records. It's jazzy,
Yes.
but I was not playing like that. But I felt like I could get it together in 6 months. So what are we talking about? Maybe 2010 now, I guess.
Okay.
Something like that. I said, "Oh, I'm going to be real good in about 6 months. I'm going to be playing this jazz. I'm going to be flying up and down the keyboard." Let me tell you something. 6 years later, I was still like, "Oh my gosh, this is hard. This is," and I'm not going back because I am getting better and better. But oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh! So I tried to go into the studio a few times and threw it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, one time, it was a few years after that. Now we're talking about. I guess I started trying to record about 2014, and I started throwing it out. I went back in 2016, threw it all out, and it became. Then I went in again. I guess around 2018 with Jay Hogard, my buddy, and the way we put it is that well, we went in the studio, and Jay told me, "Nat, don't you want anybody to hear that? That sounds great, man. That's cool. Don't you want to put that?" And I said, "No, but no, nobody's going to hear that either." So that became the criteria. When am I going to go in and successfully put something down that I don't mind
Right.
somebody hearing?
Right.
So the next time we went in, we actually got something. I actually got something with Jay. I think we tried about 4 tunes, but one of them was like, "I think I just started my record, dude. I think I just got one thing that I can let somebody hear," and it is on the record. But it was one thing from that day. But from then on, I went in and I get something. And now my last trip in was the best of all. I mean, I'm just getting better, man. It's just a whole new world, a whole new skill set, and I'm just better now. And I'm gonna still be getting better. But
In the
I'm able, but
sequence
I'm
of the
willing to let you hear it now. I played something, I recorded something that I'm willing to let you hear. I still don't like it because I don't like anything I ever do.
Is it
Um,
Superstar by chance? Is that the one that you don't think is good enough?
I don't think anything. Well, I have some issues. That's not my big. That's not my big problem. I am used to. Let me put it like this: I am used to perfect.
Yeah.
We go to the top by the time I finished, and it was we recorded to a click, so that helps you end up perfect if whoever
Yeah.
knows what I'm talking about. So the time is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
it can potentially be perfect. And then by the time I would finish a Luther record, I would feel like that's perfect.
Okay.
I've done all the arrangement. There's no whole, I would feel like, I mean, perfect in the way that there's no problem anywhere. There's
Yes.
nothing I need to fit. There's nothing I need to do. That record is done, all done perfect. I don't feel that way kind of about anything, but it's jazz. I don't know how to do it. It's a whole different thing. And people have been explaining to me that this is jazz. This is not supposed to be perfect. This is not supposed to be, it can speed up a little bit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going crazy. I said, I don't do records that speed up. And Jay Hogarth is like, listen to your dad and uncle. Listen to Roy McCurdy on them. They sped up all the time. So I'm new at this, man. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, all of
But
that is really insightful to me, what you just
okay.
described there.
All right. Well,
That
that's
that
where
really you had an R&B machine, didn't you?
I had an
Eh,
R&B thing going, and
Yeah.
now I'm doing something totally different
Yes.
and totally that I felt like I was learning from scratch. In spite of this record that you found that we did 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago.
Few.
Did I say that? Can you bleep that?
1973, if I remember correctly.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
so,
Yeah, man.
okay, so the
Yes.
song that I have first
Yes.
is Superstar, which is
That's
beloved.
right.
I mean,
Oh,
everybody
thank you, man.
knows that. And I
Yeah.
mean, you were building up to that over the years. I'm gonna just tell you, I think Never Too Much, the album by Luther, is
Yes.
okay. Technically, it's not his first record, but if you discount the first one and called that one the first one, two of my favorite R&B freshman releases are that and Denise Williams' first album.
I love Free. I remember hearing that in DC. And I said,
Yeah,
oh, wow, I
yeah,
fell in love. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree. I agree.
yeah. So I mean,
Um,
so in terms of you, I mean, you all had it tight
yeah,
from the
yeah.
very beginning. And so,
Uh-huh.
well,
It
that's
was
your
good.
legacy, and
I was looking. Yeah.
that's why we want to hear what's coming
Uh,
now.
I appreciate it. I still can't believe to this day that record companies heard "House Is Not a Home" and didn't want to sign that dude. I still cannot figure that out.
Is that right? Is that
Yes, Luther
what?
got turned down by record companies, man. I can't tell you who, but I know who he finally got picked up by, but he got turned down by 6 or 7 before that. That's my understanding. House is not a home. No, we don't want to sign him. No, we don't like that. Where are those people that turned that down? I wonder what they're doing, how they felt about that when they heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
You know?
Little did they know that Luther was, to many of us, the last true crooner.
Ah, sure,
You
sure.
know, he
Yeah,
was the last of that breed.
yeah, yeah, sure.
I mean, there were greats ever since,
Yeah,
but for
right,
those of us who knew the whole continuum,
right, sure.
yeah.
Wow, that's yeah. Don't know when I thought about that, but yeah, sure, sure, sure.
So
But
let me see. Okay. So I asked you why now, and but I think one thing you wanted to time this with was Luther had a birthday in mid to late April, and you wanted to coincide. You
only
made that connection.
because it just happened like that.
Okay.
That was not the plan.
Okay.
I just happened to finish the first iteration of this record. I felt a couple of months ago we started gonna call it Carl Griffin.
Hmm.
Uh started working with, talking to, and we realized I needed some social media or something. And then the time came, and then we talked a couple of weeks ago, and he says, I think you should go ahead and do it independently and start releasing singles.
Yes.
And Superstar was not, that wasn't what we were thinking
Okay.
was going to be the first single. But when I said, oh, wow, well, if I'm going to release a single now, it's Superstar,
Hmm.
to honor Luther for his birthday, which was yesterday, April
Yes.
20th.
Yes.
So absolutely. And what an important song that has become in my life.
And those of us who are old enough, it was important twice, wasn't it?
I I get yeah, I'm too much. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it totally blew up my arranging career 40
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it came out 20 years ago on the live album, and people were playing that, and
Hmm. Hmm.
people were coming up to me on the street. Oh, I heard you on the radio. I heard your name on the radio. Superstar. So was it hit 20 years ago, and now here I come 20 years later. Same song. That just happened. I don't know how that happened, but it sure is cute. It's a especially if folks like it. It sure is a cute
That's it's
thing.
beautiful. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
thanks, man. Thank
Yes.
you so much, man.
I have another
Unbelievable.
question for you. And this is kind
Okay.
of an inside question because I know your sister quite well. And so
Ah.
she's told me about all of the this long path for you in making this happen now. And so what I wanted to ask you, and you've hinted at this a little bit, what has changed most in the record industry to you?
I'm still finding out, man. I
Yeah,
mean, all I know is that it is nothing like the industry I don't know what I've been doing. I've been playing gigs.
I
I've
know.
been I've been just playing gigs around New York and northern New Jersey, Connecticut. You know, we fly sometime. I've done LA and Florida. I go to Texas on
Mhm.
occasion and play. But I haven't been really paying attention to the industry. I've just been gigging with my trio
Yes.
or quartet. I've been being I've been told by quite a few people that I've talked to lately that know I have a record I'm trying to release, and I'm going to do this. And I start talking. I'm going to do this, and this is going to happen. And they're looking at me incredulously, and they say, Nat, you are going to have a rude awakening. This business that you think you're entering does not exist, dude.
Hmm. Hmm.
Nothing like it. You're entering something that was 30 years ago, and so I don't know what the. That's why I'm looking for y'all
Yeah.
to help me figure this out because I have no idea. I just want to go back into the studio and keep recording now that I'm doing it finally in my life.
Well,
You know?
let us hope for wonderful surprises for you.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe it'll be just fine.
I'm hoping to be just fun. I'm having fun so far. I'll say
Perfect.
that.
I'd love to meet you one day. Uh,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
we'll thank you, Nat Adderley Jr., for a wonderful time getting to
Thank
know
you,
you and your music again.
man. I appreciate you so much.
All right.